showing them in theaters, so I guess theaters are about to be something else that's going to die because of the internet. I just heard a commercial. It's called The Marvels.
Yeah, that's taking place with Miss Marvel, the black one and the white one, and the new Miss Marvel who is on the Young Avengers, and they supposed to be from what the movie looking like. The bitch they fight now, she can break through universes, so she breaking through like thin air and opening up other universes, and she trying to make them collide, so they have to stop her. But it's dealing with Captain Marvel, who was in Endgame, and the original Captain Marvel, who was called Photon, the comic book. But in MCU, they made it like that her and the original Captain Marvel, well, the Captain Marvel's mama was friends, and then somehow the black Captain Marvel got powers on that one show, WandaVision. And then they introduced the other Captain Marvel on the Doctor Strange movie, and now all three of them finally meet, and their powers kind of collide with each other, and they fight this bitch who could tear through universes, who happens to be the guy who played Loki's baby mama. I'm just saying.
When they did that, what's name? I did not know that the dude that played Thanos played Cable in Deadpool.
Yes.
It's been done before, and that's
it's old boy Barbra Streisand's stepson. His daddy was an actor too. I forgot his name, but he also played Goonies. He played a lot of shit as a bad guy too. Like he played assholes good as hell, but he played both those roles. He's not by himself. There's quite a few people who played both sides of the fence for money.
But I pointed that out before. When Endgame was about to come out, they were like, "Oh, it's 27 Marvel movies." I'm like, "No, it's not. They're not part of the MCU because you already cut Blade out of that, so that don't count." The Wesley Snipes Blade, it's Marvel. It said in the beginning they had a production company. It's not part of that the theatrical MCU. None of those Fantastic Four movies, which had what's dude named Chris Adams.
Well, no, with the Doctor Strange movie.
What's the name?
With the Doctor Strange movie. Yeah, Chris Evans. With the Doctor Strange movie, though, they introduced the multiverse. So, with that being said, they introduced.
I'm just talking about the same actor playing two different characters.
I'm saying like
he played Donnie Storm.
Yeah, I'm saying they introduced that whole. How can he be this person and they had another movie? They introduced those possibilities because he ain't the only one.
The same person, same face can be two different characters. Okay, then I told you about that. That's like time travel movies with me. I'm like, they use that to explain away any and everything, and then it leaves a whole bunch of other questions. Well, why didn't? Which they did in Endgame. After they lost in the Infinity War. They basically went back in time, cut his head off in the beginning of the movie, and then another one from another time they had to deal with him in the movie. I'm like, yeah, that'd just be a recycled story in itself. But, I mean, somebody told me they might be bringing what's that back, because he said he wanted that to be his last movie. I'm like, yeah, he's been doing this since '08, but it did turn Robert Downey's career around, because that dude was only a punchline for decades. And then they had him play in Doolittle, which I still haven't seen. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it wasn't all that. It was alright.
Yeah, like I said,
I watched it. It was an alright, like kiddie movie. It was it wasn't nothing to compare to the Eddie Murphy variations of it. But it was alright, and it wasn't a Disney movie.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not sure if he was just doing that to prove he's an actor or whatever the fuck the case may be.
Y'all can't tell me what's the name was good. I still haven't watched him. What is it? Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my God, Sherlock! I'm waiting for part 3. That Sherlock Holmes was so good. But I'm a Guy Ritchie fan, so I'm biased.
I've heard that name in a while. But
yeah, Guy Ritchie did that. He did another movie too. He
played Watson or
no, he did the movie. Guy Ritchie, a director.
Okay.
He did the movie. He just did something else though. So hold on. He just did something recently, like American. I'm trying to see because they talking about him doing part 2. He just did something else that was like big.
And that was funny about that. So that wasn't, and what I told you about James Bond, because my favorite one is still, of course, Dying.
He did Aladdin.
Oh God, I still haven't watched that. I will never. Will Smith was right, and he listened to his "Don't Know Which Way Is Up" son, and because Will Smith was saying he did not want to do that movie at first because you're following freaking Robin Williams. Will Smith is goofy. They even did an episode of First Prince about that. He's not like comedian funny. Like, hey, you are nowhere near. They say that probably the only person to reach that level of energy is
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Yup, everybody said that. That type of spontaneous type of energy is Jim Carrey. And I'm like, he put off robotic. And I can actually see Robin Williams being robotic. I don't know what to say. But I'm like, for Will Smith, because he said he didn't want to do it before that reason. Then his son, man, Aladdin, you got, I'm like, oh, hell no. And then when he was, promoting the movie, they showed a clip. Never Had a Friend Like Me. He was rapping it. I'm like, just a no. And so far, every one of those movies they tried to do as live action has sucked. I love Mulan Part 1. I wasn't a big fan of Part 2, but Zahir was saying Mulan sucked. I'm like, how did you mess that up?
They took out Mushu.
Oh yeah, they should have had a digital Mushu. Like, really?
They took that out because Mushu was black. I said it.
Like, yeah, I said it.
Because bitch, they took out Mushu. They took out the singing.
So you took out Eddie Murphy's character,
and fucked up all the church's money, every single cent.
Right? What did you see the live action Mulan?
No, because I wasn't a Mulan fan.
Okay.
So I didn't see. I didn't see all of. I saw part of it, but I didn't watch all of Little Mermaid. And I was a Little Mermaid fan, but I didn't feel after it was going through. I just wasn't feeling what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what's going on? Like,
they switched that character so much. First, the white girl, they made her blonde. Then they got rid of it all together and go girl Halle. And so I'm like, they just went completely the other way. And what? Queen Latifah was Ursula.
No. Melissa McCartney was Ursula.
Okay, I'm thinking about the live action. I don't know if you saw that. They did the live action.
Yeah, she played like in the play verse that came on like Channel 7.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, but actually, because they were talking about, I think she got nominated. She didn't win for Chicago. Queen Latifah, I'm like, I could have seen her as Ursula with the more digital effects on her or whatever. But it is what it is. I didn't hear all that. I mean, they started a ruckus about it. I'm like, what are they doing? Some racist garbage going down in Florida about the Little Mermaid. I'm like, is this all we come down to? A bunch of people sitting in front of it ain't even a computer, now it's a phone. We're going to just go after any and everything we can. I was watching what's that the other night.
I just saw some shit the other day where this guy, he like supposed to be trans. He been popping up in restaurants and complaining to the manager everywhere he go that he's been misgendered. It's like it's to the point now that he just orders food for somebody to call him sir, so he can call the manager and say, "Excuse me, I was misgendered and I don't like that." Like, bitch, order this food. Nigga, what the fuck is you? Nobody give a fuck how you feel like you are today.
But DL usually put it best because I used to watch. I think they were doing like a it wasn't a simulcast. It wasn't on at the same time, but they recorded at the same time. Because it still has a radio show, but they canceled the show that came on at 11 on BET. It was live, same show, talk show, whatever. But he was talking about, he would go through stories that was going, across the world today. One was about some dude about to graduate from high school who's about to become a trans woman, whatever. The dude's complaint was he put his nomination in, but he didn't get elected prom king. So you want to be you come on, you about to be a trans woman, but he said it best. He was like, this country's problem with entitlement. Anything I want, I should get it. And I mean, the whole trans thing is like the epitome of that. I'm literally change what gender I am. What does he call himself? Or it was Chaz Bono. And I laugh every time they release these stories because they were like, Cher wasn't going for it at first. Shaq.
Shaq got a trans daughter?
Huh?
Shaq got a trans kid out here?
His son he was training for the NBA, Sharif, all of a sudden started talking about that. And honestly, I think it's out in the media and being shown somewhere that a bunch of children that don't know when they're 11 and 12 how to make hands tell. Like Angelina Jolie and one of their daughters, she wants to be known as a boy. She wears her base cock cap, she base what? I'm like, so that don't make her a boy. And I think it's just they're seeing it so much that they like jump on it because it's a fad. They don't know left out. You ask a child what kind of cereal they want, there's like 8 boxes of cereal up there. They don't know what cereal they want no more. And now they want to make some decision about something that's not a decision. It's been made for you.
Yeah, that's the devil.
Like, it's going psychotic. Like, really? And for a minute they cut Mario Lopez off of whatever show that was. What was it? Extra? Because they said something about it. About saying a child doesn't have the mental capacity to even understand that. Like, the little boys know that their penis is for one thing up until they turn around 12 or 13. Well, of course, there's all this other stuff. But physically understanding that, and now you're going to decide, I want breasts.
That lets you know mental illness is real.
Yeah, but it's like, it's being promoted. What's the old girl? She's from here. It's a white girl model, Kate Upton. She's in Sports Illustrated. She married a dude that was playing here, Justin Verlander.
Yeah, Verlander. That's Verlander's wife.
Right. They talking about we're not gonna we're gonna wait for our child to get old enough to pick his gender. Like, what?
That's why he was fired. Nobody in Detroit going for that bullshit. Nobody in Detroit promoting that shit. Nobody, white or black.
Alright, get out. And one of the funniest things was I thought about Dwayne Wade's son, Zion.
And he looked so sad on TV. Every time they showed him, he looked so mad or sad.
Yeah, but listen, here's my theory on this one. His son is in high school, playing with Bronny. It's getting shown on network media, all types of things. Zion was known for nothing other than being D-Wade's son. Soon as he did that, he started getting plastered all over television. Nothing.
Yeah,
now,
it's the shit they do to stay relevant for me.
It wasn't even to stay relevant, it was to make himself relevant. He's 14 and his brother's getting all this attention on NBA, and you're the younger brother. So I gotta do something. So now as soon as you do that, you act like a freak show, you plastered all over TV. Sharif, same thing. I don't know if it's pressure, because Shaq was training to be in the NBA. They had him on ESPN and showing him, I want you to look into this player from way back like the 60s or whatever, Will Chamberlain and this and that. And all of a sudden they start talking that I want to be a woman. So I don't know if it's pressure in his case.
I think a lot of them trans athletes be people who they couldn't play against men, so they said fuck it, I'm gonna go against women.
That. It happened in college, and they brought that up, talking about he was ranked 241st on the college ranking, and as soon as he became a trans woman and started playing there, he was like, fifth. Like, get out of here. And I laughed because I hadn't seen Sticks and Stones. That's what I did for.
And that's not embarrassing, but that's disrespectful to women. Like you can't let them get their own titles. You gotta let guys.
What's her name said that statement? Mark. What is her name? Navratilova.
I don't know who was that.
The tennis player, Martina Navratilova.
Okay.
She put a statement out there a couple of weeks ago saying that because she been talking about drag, saying, and I've always thought this, been saying that drag queens are basically like making mockery of women.
They are.
Yeah, that she said, and they came up there. Oh, well, they, TMZ. We love everything. Any freak show, and she did because she's like, can they have sports now, like women's sports? And I laugh because I'm like, I hadn't watched Sticks and Stones until Halloween. This past Halloween, that's what I did. I watched Sticks and Stones, then I watched Raw. I'm trying to think of what else I was just watching those. And he said again, because he's like, what if LeBron James all of a sudden decided to go? Because I remember I told you that about Joel Embiid. Dude is like 7 feet. What if he starts up, I wouldn't be identified as a woman. He's 7-foot brick house and start playing the NBA because Dave Phil was like, yeah, what if LeBron went to the WNBA and they got to accept him and he scored 849 points every night?
Every night. And nobody grabbed the ball.
Muscular as hell,
shaking down women.
Right. Every time it was easy, wherever he check in and get the ball, trying to shoot, he is blocking and swatted out into the stands.
Fuck the stand, swatting it back to Cleveland. He can hit that ball so hard. He gonna scare the shit out those women. They gonna think it's sexual assault when he start playing. He gonna go to dunk on a bitch. His dick gonna come out, slap a bitch in the face. She gonna fall down. She gonna get up. It's gonna be a Me Too movement and a trans movement. And LeBron started trying to pull that shit, but we gotta respect him. It's his choice.
The perfect example of what you said about dude being in the UFC in the women's division. Like,
and $1 million baby that bitch. Beat the fuck out of that girl. And nobody said shit about it. He a whole man. He just put on a lace front and take down his dick and beat the fuck out of some woman. Man. I know you lying.
Like, get the hell out of here. Like, it is the reason they have different divisions. Because even amongst men and women, they have different divisions. Like, that's like Mike Tyson come back as a woman and join the women's WBC. Like, he can still throw. They was talking about that when he did the exhibition with Roy Jones. They showed him training. But can you imagine him being in here, all stock, and he just knocking women out?
Knocking the goddamn shit out of these women.
That Nintendo game will come to life. Remember, all you had to do was hit you once. You had to keep hitting them, then watch out for that one hook, and then he throws one hit, and he would knock you out. That will be every fight.
And these women are so tough until their uterus come back. And I'm telling you, Tyson got the punch that'll bring your uterus back. He'll knock a bitch back to being a bitch. Whoever woman who has the courage to say, I'm about to fight Mike Tyson, I don't care if he's 70.
Right. First of all, she deserves her flowers then and need to ride out her wheel. Because one hit, she can block it and she be all over the ropes.
Shit, they're gonna give her flowers at her funeral after that fight.
Right. Make your funeral arrangements. Like, what was that? Zorro, the first one, where he was like, I just have one question. He's like, yeah, what's that? How would you like your remains displayed? Come remember why he cut his brother's head off?
You talk about the guy who kidnapped the daughter? You talk about the guy who kidnapped the daughter?
Yeah, Captain Love. No. The dude who worked with him, Captain Love, the white dude, not Rafael Montero. The dude he had got work with him when he came back. He cut his brother's head off when he caught up with him. Three Finger Jack, Joaquin, and Alejandro. He caught up with him.
I'm about to watch this shit again. The last Latin movie I watched was Selena.
Yeah,
Bitty, 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 bitty
about that
gumbo.
movie?
I know, that was my shit.
No, there's someone getting Jennifer Lopez instead of actual Mexican to play her. It pissed me off though. Now, old girl's in prison for life, but like, really? So-called best friend, and you like, this dude told me in the Philippines.
They said how that happened is that Selena was like good people like that. Everybody else was telling her like this bitch is 40. How the fuck is she the number one fan? And Selena was like giving her the benefit of the doubt. And this bitch was crazy the whole time.
Yeah. At some point, I understand. It's like you want to keep a tight circle, especially when you get into show business. And it's like, damn, the person in your circle, you can't even trust them to that point, though. And like just, she got caught, and then like, I'm not going to prison. But it's like, yeah, murder is worse than, you know what? Yeah. I mean, did it happen here or down in Mexico?
It happened in Cali.
Okay.
Cause she on TV now. She's trying to come back.
Who?
Yolanda. She up for parole. She's trying to get people to forgive her, and her nephew been visiting her.
Tanya Hardin did the same thing because they made that movie with
and it was good as hell with the girl who played Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie.
Yep, it was good. It was a good little movie. It was good.
Well, they said they've been doing that because I told you I watched the SVU. They started doing the thing with real murders a few years ago, and they did about the Menendez brothers. And they was like, it wasn't just the dad; it was the mom and dad that was like sexually molesting them. And Khalil was like, "Well, if they did at that point, and blah blah blah, why don't they should be released?" I'm like, no, you can't do that because there ain't no telling where their head is at. And if they murder somebody else over some weird stuff, because you know one of them was married to a Playboy model.
Yeah, I remember both of them got married.
Yeah, in prison they was getting all types, man. You know what? They Hispanic, you know, Latin boys, young men, and then you know all types of male from like fan, you know, females mostly. I'm sure some dudes in there too, but I was like, you release them, and you know what they done, it's no telling where their head is at. So they get in a relationship, it goes bad, and all of a sudden, then they killed somebody else, or, you know, one of them may kill, and then it's like, well, why did you release them?
Shit, why would you release anybody? I don't think people should be. I mean, that's how you know it's like an oxymoron because jail supposed to be rehabilitation. So that'd be crazy to say we can't let you out. That's like people
first of all,
you
messing up. They first of all remember what they refer to a lot of math. Rehabilitation center.
Right, so that goes against everything you talking about. So that's crazy. That's like when people you robbed the bank in '92 and you can't get a job at McDonald's now because they worry if you steal the register. Like, bitch, if I was at the steal the register, I would rob this whole store. I'm a bank robber. Let me get a job. Like, but it's people living on that whole stigma of what the, you know, that record shit. But I think they should be out because it's been like 30 years now.
Because they were talking about they were going to do the thing in Michigan where that question wouldn't be on there anymore had you been convicted of felony. And I was like, that's a catch-22 because some people go in there for some bull. If you have too much weed on you, that goes from misdemeanor to felony.
Right, but you get the blame for getting caught. You don't get the blame. The people who fucked up your record don't get the blame. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be some people in there that says, oh, he only went to jail for weed. He went to jail for serial killing. Not put them on the same page because they was in the same building.
Yeah, what they call it, a monolith where everybody went in there for a felony, everybody's the same. Like, you know, he went in there for some white collar garbage online, hacking into people's stuff and stealing their bank. He didn't murder 6 people.
Right, but it's like it depends on where you at in the head because a lot of people on the same page with that sex shit. A lot of people believe if you're more than 10 years older than somebody, you shouldn't be having sex with them, especially if they're a kid. Some people believe, hey, I could get married to an 18-year-old if I'm 50. So what? And that goes to like I was telling some guy like that, like it's people out here marrying 19-year-olds. He telling me, well, that's gross. I said, well, it happens. So, I mean, you say it's gross or not, what can we say? I said, there's people out here marrying their cousins.
Right.
Shit, you know, that's their culture. We're not in a position, we said, well, that's against the law. I said, right, a long time ago, it was legal to be a slave. So we can't go on what the law is. This is a black guy. He was Uncle Tom, though. He worked at where I worked at. He had a white baby mom and everything. So he felt like everything white people did was like, was supposed to save people. And I used to tell him, like, no, nigga, but how good is that bitch fucking you that she got you, like, saying fuck black people? Like, everything you said to him about black people, he had a reason why. Like, he felt like chess shouldn't come to the ghetto because he felt like when people lose, it'd be a shootout. I said, what? I said, that's the irony.
You said chess?
He felt like chess should not come. I'm like, chess, we need to bring chess to the ghetto because it's a discipline game. It makes you think and it makes you get disciplined.
Yeah, I love it. I learned how to play when I was 5, at the university. Right, hell yeah.
But he was like, you can't bring that to the hood because when guys get shot, when guys in the ghetto like to lose, they like to have shootouts. And I'm like, no, the irony, I said, the crazy thing about that is most people who play in the ghetto are from prison. Like, niggas do not play chess unless they from jail. So it's crazy that you think like that, but you think white people, if white people can do it without killing people, it's crazy that there's black people out here that's convincing themselves white people are like less violent than black people.
Hey, I told you Aries Spears said that on the Dare Hughes show. He's like, man, they done put one hell of a Jedi mind trick. He's like, you gotta tell me it's the angry black man. He's like, they the ones out here beating and killing people and have all you doing is like you get them on camera. Now, yes, black people do shootings over some really stupid things. But this one person, now I'm gonna just go randomly shoot up.
I'll say once, and I'll say it again. We still ain't had a school shooting in the black hood. Let's talk about that.
Right. It's always between two people over some stupid junk. Yes, shooting somebody over a pair of Jordans is the most moronic thing. But to just go randomly shoot up a bunch of people because you don't like life is beyond me.
But these the people we're supposed to feel safe around.
Right. And you still got dudes like him talking about, but yeah, I done heard about it. Dice game, somebody gets shot. Cause I'm like, Louis, as this one woman, she's a doctor, referred to it as post-slavery. What is it, like PTSD? Yeah, post-slavery, something disorder. I was like, that actually makes sense, because, Jim Crow, like, what you were saying before about light skin and black skin. Yeah, all that crap came from slavery.
And who started that racket? Was it black people? Was it?
Right.
I'm just saying, let me know, because maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the wrong one. I think wrong, and I'm not. I'm going off of information that's in their books. I ain't going off of what black people say behind closed doors. I'm talking about if you look through their history and research, who started all this chaos in America? Who started all this confusion? Who was it? It wasn't the black people. It wasn't the Chinese. It wasn't the Arabics. It wasn't the Mexicans.
We were chilling in Africa.
And some of us was already over here.
Right.
So,
and they killed them off.
Start having babies with them. That's not the shit. Let me stop.
Hey. No, but you know what? I was talking to Minister Daniel about that, and he was like, yeah, he had a good point. The 21 original ones that made it here, they used them for breeding only, and then killed them off. Cause they like, if they had a cap them, would the emperor say, it would be civil war without end? I'm like, hell yeah, you don't want them teaching them the heritage.
And now it's a big old thing. Now it's a big old thing and privilege to even think like that.
Yeah, reverse racism. I cracked up when I heard about that.
You know what? Reverse racism. I tell two people. I say there's two things in this world that I will never stop finding funny. One is Mad TV's Deborah Wilson doing Whitney Houston, and another thing is.
I tried to watch that 2 days ago.
Listen.
Nothing popped up.
And white people complaining about racism. Those are the two funniest things to me in the world.
Like it happened.
But they act like they're a victim of it too. Like it's a group effort. Like
no, but the thing is, they're benefiting from it. That's where the